It is stream time. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Selton. That audio is on the wrong speaker. $26. God damn, that sucks. Bendy was a little devil thing. Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Last -1 side levels, that's so real. What did the screen mean? I'm trying to get Mario 64 to play itself. I wrote like a machine learning algorithm that learns how to play Mario 64. And that's like its error right now. I had to write like something where Mario is able to perceive the environment to try to navigate it. And I'm just letting it run in the background. You look angry today? Ah, I'm not angry. You had a song stuck in your head? Which one is it also, Mario? Oh, Bendy was a little I see. That's why you're yapping. Well, I think I'm gonna take a break after my hack comes out. Haven't really thought about it. Yeah, I gotta stop these red coins from rendering when the day-night controller is active. What if I just do something like this? Yoshi Blast! Can you make things as of N6 mix? Yeah. I have a job in video game development outside of Mario 64, and I have a YouTube channel. The funniest is if you go in the ring without the wing up, it just does that to you. Luigi voice is by Retri Doty. We're still working on it. The voice you've heard in the last video is not complete. It was just a test import. I have nothing to do with Carol Quest. Oh my god, how is the red coin still here? Yes, well, is it close to done? It's a difficult question. Like, almost all the content is there, yes, but we're still working on real reworks from Bioback, and we are having to beta test a lot of levels, we have to bug fix a lot of levels, and I decided to add multiplayer. Oh, I see. Well, see, the thing is, there are no other projects outside of N64 that I directed. There is a game that I have been a programmer on that is not released yet, that I can't talk about it because I'm on NDA. And I did get a job as a game director at 2 different games that I also can't talk about. I also can't tell you when they're releasing, but I can tell you they're not released yet. Well, actually, there's like 2.5 games I'm directing. I work on so many games, man. I love working on games. I like making video games. I think the Luigi model we have is good now. I have not changed him recently. Any OST wishes today? Anything? Lava OST? Let's do it. How do you feel about people recreating your ROM for SX.com DX? I think it's great if people do it, but unfortunately a lot of the time they are not doing a very good job of it, and it ends up being kind of poopy and a bad experience, which I think is very unfortunate. I'm still waiting until Deltarune is fully released before I play any of it. I know it's gonna be a long wait. I don't care. The ROM did drop to 62.5 megabytes recently because I found a good bit of unused data that we can just remove. So that's pretty exciting. Hey, we got rid of the red coins finally. Fuck them red coins. I think the star is a little hard to find here. It's a little unintuitive to turn around like that. My community setting design idiosyncrasies end up getting named after models who use them a lot. Are there any things like that in more security modding communities? Idiosyncrasy. Let me Google that word. A mode of behavior or a way of thought peculiar to an individual. Yeah, kinda. There is the infamous Broadwood wall, which is something that I'm hating on a lot. It's these really big walls with a lot of texture repeats. No, I'm not gonna make side-scrollers. The frame rate for that castle is most likely high enough without an occlusion plane. But there's still no reason not to add an occlusion plane if it saves performance. But at the same time, I don't think an occlusion plane here will help very much. Okay, does that make it a bit more obvious where to go? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it kind of feels natural to go to that tower afterwards. That ring is a bit weird. What happens here normally? Okay, we're invisibles. I remember in like 2012 or so, there was a YouTuber I saw that was calling invisible walls Broadwood walls, but I don't think that really reflects community sentiment nowadays. If we document Mercy for makes think something that could ever happen. Yes. I actually know that happened. I know there will be one. So Luigi is an actual player. An executive player is can control Luigi, but will have the same properties that we see. Shrinks FPS, right? What the hell are you talking about? What does that mean? Is the properties of an NPC? Okay, our next step here actually is making the level entrance so we can check the day-night stuff. Hello, Diandra. We had some ideas for the entrance. Let's see, how's my agent doing? Not much better, cool. Happy Saturday! I have 2 weeks off work now. Life is good. Ugh. You know what I'm gonna do with my 2 weeks off work? I'm gonna work. I'm gonna make more games. Do not hug me. You're doing good. How toxic? What's toxic about that? No, I'm not talking about this to make it work with good FPS. What are you talking about? Online OTX? Like, does it connect to your N64? Why would FPS be bad if it doesn't connect to the N64? Can I hug you? No! No touchy. Okay, I need to go to the extra level here. Küssen verboten. Yeah, I watched the State of Unreal as well. That whole thing. It's extremely AI focused. I don't know, people fight so bad against AI, but it looks like no one with money actually cares. At this point I'm starting to feel like anti-AI is like a vocal minority, because like if it was a majority, surely companies would stop because they want to make more money, right? They just don't care. If there are a lot of people that don't like it, you think they're like, okay, there's going to be a large enough audience that doesn't mind, and we just cater to that one. I mean, I would make the people that don't like it a vocal minority, right? Well, I guess it could still be the majority. It could just be that the leftover is big enough that what they expect to save in money by slopping it up is just larger than what they lose from people not buying it because it is slopped up. The most difficult enemy to make a last impact. Maybe that stupid boss fish in course 3. Doesn't even need to be about audio. Wait, what? What could it then be about? Surely this is just about sales, right? But they care about the opinion that, well, they need their money to replace them. Two different sets of people. I'm not sure I quite follow you. I am from Germany, but now I live in Canada. AI bubble is gonna pop soon, probably. Yeah, I've been hearing this only for the last 4 years. I'm sure it's gonna happen any day now. Was it going to made a Blender? No, they used a tool called In-World. Wait, didn't I make a different crane for this already? Living room say like once it adds one another tiny door leads to a room bigger than the house. Um, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just make it appear, I guess. That sounds a lot more realistic, Sarah. You would try to make a level or at least a level and you didn't. I think it could be like a fun idea for a video, but I am too busy to make nonsense like that right now. Nice, that seems just right. I'm just gonna have a giant crane here, and it's gonna animate to pick you up there. And I want to move it down as much as possible. Will I be able to walk up the crane like in Mirror's Edge? No. This whole thing will have no collision. There will just be a spot here that you stand in, and then a cutscene happens of the crane picking Mario up and putting him in on an island far in the sky. We should have like a simplified version of this model up in the sky. It won't launch you, it will pick you up and place you there. So now I have to make a low poly version of this whole thing here. Guys, we should talk about something fun today. Drop your top 10 most favorite topics to discuss in chat. I'll pick one. It's been a while since we've had some good discourse on the Case Emmanuel official Twitch stream. Abortion, religion, politics, drugs. Oh no. These are all the worst. Weather? No, not the weather. Favorite beige computer? See, those are the real questions. Bakers reacting to their loaves being turned into bread molds. I have not. That sounds great. Arson. Never really. I mean, okay, never mind. I get the appeal of arson, but never really seriously considered it. You guys think I should get into that? Is it a good hobby? Any arsonists in chat? Can be. What does it depend on? Well, you mentioned mostly on how much you don't like going to prison. It was more fun before the patches. What did they patch about arson? Did it? It froze. Okay, interesting. Sick also design. Iris made it. Did I ever use multi-gen? I have no idea. See the chain together your arson combo and even burned on whole city, but then they started using fire. Can I say that word, man? I don't even know, man. I'm so scared. Do you guys know how terrifying it is to be famous on the internet? It's a different word. I can say it. I did figure it out, Sneak Goose. I fixed it earlier this week. It's a technical term. Well, the slur used to be the technical term. That's not a very good argument. That's not very reassuring. I ain't saying it. I promise you on everything it's entirely different, sir. No, it comes from the same thing. There is no way. It's almost the same word. Is it will be floating in the air? Reminds me of Spyro. Yes, it does. Yes, the lot model is what I made just now. It's gonna be like this, basically, and then the crane puts you up there. Yes, I cleaned my desktop earlier this week. I mean, you don't have to say it, but that's what they put on the layer walls. I'm too terrified, bro. Do you know what they put on Spanish pants? You can't say that word either. Obviously, it's the same root, though. Exactly. Did the Pink Castle have a lot version of the crane pod area? No. Alright, let me figure out the best way to import this. I think this should be a group 12 actor. Range. There are no memory leaks, no. And my engine is not even capable of producing memory leaks. I got so much of my to-do list done recently. I'm really happy with it. Right, this might be important. Okay. The area Mario has to stand to be picked up by the crane. How would that ever be marked? Probably just a glowing circle, like a GTA mission. It has never crashed due to a memory leak. You must be mixing something up. I think you're probably using words wrong. That's why you think that. Oh, we can use hex 70. Practical. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was weird. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. It's the best song in Glover. 9,600. That's the wrong behavior. That's not a large fish group, that's a crane. Meow, meow, meow. Hey, he's getting better. Errors down to 2,700. It was 2,900 at the start of the stream. That's the wrong level. He detected me cheating in the overworld? Oh. Okay, that looks pretty good, I would say. Okay, and the camera angle is good too. This way we'll be able to see when there's someone inside the thing there. Because what we want to do is we want someone from Oily Boily Bay to sit in the crane in the end, and it's gonna be a womp. The RTYI multiplayer split screen will actually be a lot more polished than the Mario 64 one I made a long time ago. Like, it actually has working dialogues. You guys have no idea how difficult it is to make everything work with this. It's gonna be extremely annoying. Like the pause menu? That's good. You can't just plop a second Mario in the world, now every single thing in the game needs to interact with both Marios, man. Oh my god. Okay, let's fix some render errors on here. So I think the first error is from everything rendering too big. That should fix it. Who was the man that came down from the ship? That's the save state Yoshi. If you save state, he can detect that, and he will reprimand you for save stating in this game. Hello, Tanya. Okay, that still looks very wrong. I might need to pull out the Fast64 renderer here. Why does the first 64 renderer never work for me? Why must I be plagued with this and only me? There's like probably 30 finished levels, and we have to make only some side levels. Side levels are mostly being worked on by other people though, so it's not that bad. What if I duplicate the material? Nope. I can't do anything. How am I supposed to 3D model when I can't see shit? Oh my god. Maybe I fixed it, maybe I didn't, who knows? Not me. The content is almost done. There's still beta testing at Bioback Reworks once I'm done with everything. Ugh. I made it worse, I think. I'm so mad at this, man. I have no idea. Oh, this could work. This kind of looks like what we saw in game. Maybe this will work. There's always more optimizations to find. Much of the original Mario 6 was left unpatched. There's just a little bit of the audio threat and a little bit of Lib Ultra, but I definitely will replace Lib Ultra. There's some big optimizations left on the table with Lib Ultra. There we go. That's beautiful. Just use two consoles and connect them with the power of your mind. Do you think Nintendo never made like a split-screen single-player adventure game because it would mean that their sales drop? How come this doesn't exist, actually? Just like imagine someone makes a normal single-player game, but just adds a multiplayer mode to it, and then you can play the entire single-player and multiplayer. Why doesn't this exist anywhere? I feel like it'd be so cool. It would be so awesome. Because to this day that Mario Odyssey on the Switch could easily introduce the screen to in Mario. Yeah, I've played the multiplayer mode there and it sucked. People do that all the time. There's so many multiplayer. Okay, I'm talking about games though. Like games just releasing with multiplayer mode. Just like out of the gate. I mean, the fact that there's a bunch of mods that exist, but no games, is a good illustration, right? Because clearly the people yearn for it, but game developers just don't want to give it to people. And it looks to be easy enough that modders can do it. Do you really wish that there were no more wars in the world? If you had to choose between no more wars and no more split-screen multiplayer gaming, which one are you picking? Like the multiplayer games that make every other player power up? The okay, let me think about that. Like Mario Odyssey multiplayer, I guess? That's tough. I figured it would be a tough question. I just don't want to bother with that. I don't know if I buy that. What the hell? That's not good. After you take a break, can you help me with my roaming, please? Thanks, bestie. Sure, buddy. Alright, Four Swords Adventure. I forgot about that. Already seen Mario Galaxy, Pikmin 4. True, Mario Galaxy too. Oh my god, Mario Galaxy multiplayer is so disappointing. One's criminal. It's not a memory leak, it's just a crash. Memory leak is when you allocate memory and forget to deallocate this. My engine doesn't even let you allocate memory. Well, I mean, okay, it lets you allocate memory, but it doesn't let you deallocate memory. Well, it does let you deallocate memory, but not like that. Not in a way where it could leak. So in multi modes, their little brother wants to play 2 modes. True. Or the Tingle Tuner in Wind Waker. That one's one of those as well. Little bro mode. Don't get me wrong, multiplayer means way more edge case to consider, and if they don't think many people will use most, where I just not do it. It's true. But mod says just add it, and like realistically, modders don't spend more time on their mods than like a dev team would spend in like a week. My phone just fell on my face. Is that why you type no more split screen multiplayer? Because I can't have friends to play with? Like I was just a mistypo. In reality, you do have friends. That's rough. Well, there's a difference between playtesting and bug testing. But yes, I do have to bug test more. We should probably just use the hook from Oily Body Bay, now that I think about it. I spent like a whole year working on just adding multiplayer to game, and they aren't even working on other aspects of the game like the original dev team would be. Yeah, but modders spending a whole year is not like the same as a team of devs spending a whole year. There is like an inefficiency factor because they're not familiar with the code base. There's an inefficiency factor because they don't have the code base. There's an inefficiency factor because they're just one guy instead of a whole team that has like the whole thing. It's an inefficiency factor because they don't plan this out beforehand. When I just been seeing the FPS divided by the very screen, never seen Squid Game can do that. Because we can't make the game run at 60 FPS in 2-player mode. Not multiplayer modes for single player games only really replicate the player's client side position because making it is our clients. Yeah. I wouldn't really consider that like a full multiplayer mod, I guess. But maybe that is what people were talking about. That is how the first version of Mario 64 Online worked too, of course. Oh, fuck. Okay, that should work. That's cool, Biobag made this guy in one material. Hello, Winnie THPS. Or Winnie. Winnie. Is this crash consistent? Yep, it is. Cool. We're gonna miss Twisted Adventures Intense Challenge so much. Well, that sucks. What are you working on here? We're making a side level right now, and we're working on the entrance to the side level. The entrance is going to be a giant crane that picks up Mario and then lifts him to the sky, to the island over there. I don't know whether the dev room is gonna be in the full release. I might just leave it in, but there's not gonna be a way to access it. What I'm probably doing is just go over here, and then Mario's gonna be standing there or something. Oh, I don't like that, actually. I think we need to move it further over here. Maybe there should be like an extra dock, just like going out here. And then you go on the dock. Like it's gonna be over here. And then from there, we go this way. Like so. Shoop to the island. I don't do anything with the PC port. I don't care about the PC port. You will need to bother someone else if you want it on the PC port. The PC port has nothing to do with this. Like, you might as well ask for GTA San Andreas to be done on Mario 64 PC port. It's about as realistic. Right, and then from here we can just rotate it along here and send Mario off to the island. I personally do not like video games. Wrong chat. What? What is that, man? Why is the seagull joining in on the song? That's awesome. Could you imagine just like seagull being an actual instrument? You just like get a seagull and hit it over the head every now and then and it just goes How peak is that? Bring back the seagull. Good metagame and he'll have fun for a day, teach him intimate games and he'll never have fun again. True. Can someone port RTYI to my microwave?
Finally caught a Kaze stream. Prime money inbound.
Yo, thank you for the prime money, Riolu. Dang, 46 months, man. That's crazy. Yeah, the player will just have to walk out here. And then the crane's gonna grab him, only if the crane is being operated. Please, can you do my math homework for me, please? We're not far away from people just asking me to do their math homework. Some of the shit you guys have been asking was dangerously close to that. How is GTA 6 relevant, man? It's such a dog shit, dog ass game. People still talk about it like it's relevant. I mean, it is relevant, but like, how? It's so bad. Okay, considering that we don't seem to have enough space for the collision map there, is it a good idea to port the Womp NPC? Or do we put something else here? We could just put a Goomba. Someone is gonna be operating the crane, and it's going to be someone who's fed up with working in Oily Boily Bay. It's the wrong level. I mean, we could just put a static wump there. Maybe just a single texture, basically. That could work. I think we're just putting a static wump there. That's the play. Why are you guys always throwing in more ideas than we need? Like, we already have something perfectly fine. Don't just attach more stuff to it. An oil-based nappy nut? We already have an oil-based nappy nut in this game. It's the boss of this level. The level export was a success. This was rewards ended when I had to ask backwardly build certain functions from the ground up that were literally baked into the other language. What the hell? I need to get water. I'll be right back. My wife is chasing me through the house. She said, "Why aren't you downstairs streaming?" Hello, Bris. Welcome to the stream. Thought you were done. I thought you were gonna kill me. I thought I was done too. Because you were so close to killing me. Yo, what happened to my mouse? Okay, fixed it. You took a quick nap and then you decided to wake up and threaten me with death? Nuh-uh. Yeah. Someone called CPS for me. On me. On my wife. I'm just a small child. I'm a baby kitten. Where's my mama? Help. I think this is all we'll export for him. He's just gonna be this. And he's just gonna be made part of the crane actually, now that I think about it. No, he can't be. But you find the motivation. Your first mistake is thinking that you somehow need motivation. You just need to do it, man. No one said you had to be motivated. If you have to be motivated to work, then that's like a personal failing. Will specs use a different texture? It's not even going to be visible, so it will just not exist. You know what they say about assuming, right? People won't be knowing because it makes it easier. You can just decide to do things anyways. True. This one needs an init function. Alright, we should now have the little wump there. But as Mario tries to get up that area where the wump castle is, he will just fall through it. There's no collision. I can actually see how much you can really mess around there. Because I'm thinking maybe it does need something to stop the player from going places. He's not there. Okay, I don't think there's a way up here. That's good. And then even if you do get up here, what's the worst you can do realistically? You can slightly touch Mario into it, and you can probably slightly touch him into this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, and the operator is here. The Geo is hooked up. Okay. I don't know why he's not showing up in game. That's concerning. It's probably nothing serious. Let's just compile again. Maybe I compiled too early. Nope, it's just me typing the wrong letter and not caring about fixing it. So now it's no longer a crane, it's a crange. What if it's 180 degrees rotated and we only see the backside? No. That's not good. Let's have a debug run. Actually, let's see what happens now. Mario dies of cringe. True. Oh, he's a flat fuck. Why is he a flat fuck? Okay, he's no longer flat. Now he should render fine. Oh, that can turn Mario into a sausage. I have to think about other Mario games here. How do they work? Like a flower turns him into a fire guy. The frog suit turns him into a frog. Wouldn't it have to be like a hot dog suit? Okay, I see the issue. I don't really think about it, Choo-choo. Oh my god, Devin, I was waiting for someone to offer this for so long. I'm so glad you came along. How do I keep going into the wrong level? Is there something wrong with me? There we go. He's a little small. I'd like him to be bigger. I'll also give him the appearance of hands. He's gonna be so low res that it doesn't really matter, honestly. Is there a what? Basic Wario, you have to eat a garlic to turn into a sausage? Or would you like eat a sausage to turn into Mario sausage? Does Mario turn into everything he eats though? Like wouldn't he turn into spaghetti when he eats spaghetti? Or is spaghetti maybe the only food he doesn't turn into when he eats it, which is why he enjoys spaghetti so much? Maybe he can only eat Italian food and all Italians turn into the food they eat if it's not Italian food? I'm thinking of Kirby. I don't know if I'm thinking of Kirby. There's a lot of overlap here if you think about it. Amateur Castle. You mean this one here? Should be more bluish, and it should be purple. We can think about that some other time. Right now, I really just wanna get the day and night stuff in, so I can actually look at the day and night pretty easily. Once I have the level entrance in properly, I can test easier. Hello, James Campbell. Most mushrooms turn Mario into a mushroom, so he gets bigger or smaller, whatever. That's true. Yeah, I guess a hot dog costume would just turn him into Mario with a hot dog costume. Is that Birdos? It's the Wump Queen, or the Wump Princess's castle. Mario ate a pickle and turned into Pickle Mario. That's the funniest idea I have ever heard. Now, how do we communicate to the player to step on here to get picked up? That's true, and you know what else turns into a frog? Tadpoles. So the obvious thing would be like a little platform here, like a GTA San Andreas mission marker type thing. Kinda works. But so on the nose, so not elegant. This is a cool Blender bug. Koopa? Your 11-year-old sister wrote Koopa. Nice, she knows about Koopa. What if the items Mario touches end up possessing him more so than he turns into them? Think about it. He touches a frog suit and he only starts jumping around like a frog. He then touches a mini mushroom and he becomes mini. He's possessed by them. A box that Mario fits in. Oh, that's a cool idea. Like a shipping container. A small one. That's true, a Hefo card should be in a Mario Kart game. I don't really like any of these. I need a small one. Something the crane can pick up. Oh my god, I can't speak. Oh my god, I've been flashed with a terrible memory. I remember being at a party like 6 years ago and there were two people talking about programming a game about like topping containers on top of each other. And just from the way they were talking, you could tell they were so bad at programming. I had to leave, man. I couldn't sit there. I just had to leave. I was gonna start a fight. King Koopa sounds like King Poop. Yeah, he deserves that. They're trying to reinvent Tetris? Possibly. Oh, we could go a step further. What if we just attach the platform to the hook? And then once the thing has a guy in it, the hook just moves here. We don't even have to make this thing then. That's way better. Fuck this. We're doing that idea. Okay, stop shit talking my water for no reason. We're trying to make this work right now. We can worry about the water when it's the time. Maybe I'm letting chat get away with too much. Maybe I need to put chat on a tighter leash so they stop asking me so many things. I don't remember the water in Smash Ultimate Delfino Plaza. No, it will not yeet Mario like a trebuchet. It will move the crane up and move Mario to the castle gently. We will worry about the water when we worry about the water. You guys just sit back and let's program the crane. But Cheep Cheep's jumping out of the water could be fun, yes. I agree with you there. I would like a pallet, you know what I mean? Nope. What? Ah, This is what people would die in the desert saying? Well, I guess I'm gonna die in the fucking desert then. It's okay. I don't mind dying in the desert if it means being right. Okay, no, it cannot. Mario will just pop in. We don't need to show every little second of Mario's journey. So a principled king, sure. Can make a wood pallet with one of these, surely. These here are fairly nice. There, that's a wood pellet. Is 500 tries bad on Mario compared to 641? Yeah, awful. The whole world's gonna end. Why would you do this? You've doomed us all. Can I improve performance by replacing my triangles with biangles? It's one less edge to compute. Dang. Bro invented biangles. Should write a paper on those. Do you guys read scientific papers? I started reading a lot more papers recently in a subject I'm interested about, and like, goddamn, like 90% of them are awful. They're so bad. Also, every other paper is for some reason related to environmentalism, even though it makes no sense at all with the subject I care about. Either environmentalism or teaching. Teaching makes a little bit of sense. Environmentalism, not at all. Okay, that looks really, really good. Well, I suppose it depends on the subject you're reading it on, whether they're complicated or not. I imagine if you read like... There's a few scientific disciplines that are just so casual, I guess, that like anyone can read them. And one downside to that is that like everyone tries to have an opinion on those things. And the scientific papers of those are very easy to read. Like if you wanted to read a paper on game design, that'd be super easy. Or maybe even... I imagine philosophy is also one of those where it's super easy to get into. Which is why everyone has opinions on that, even if they're extremely unqualified. Here's more of an art and science. I think it's both. You have to read the environment to take your funding from government grants. I think so too. I think that's why. But the effect of that is like enormous. I think it can't be right. It can't be good. It has to be bad. Okay, this feels good. I think players at first, they will see this and they will jump on it and they'll be like, what's the point of this? And then eventually the Womp appears after beating Act 3 in Oily Boily Bay, which I have beaten on the save file, and we will rotate it to over here, and then when you get on there, it will move you to the level. My evil twin, he would be modding Monster Hunter. The worst game that I have ever seen, as in the one that I enjoy the least. Right, let's see if the rotation's right, and if it is, we just need to teleport the player. Well, we still need to program the animation, actually. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Wow, that's the wrong rotation. Makes sense, it's minus 45, not minus 90. Alright, this is awesome. Now after you've done Act 3, the Womp quits his job, he no longer appears in the oil rig, and he's out in the overworld. That's one more way the level interacts with the overworld. And he now helps you get to the Womp castle. So you need to see a level, we all hate rotation logic? No. I just got one number wrong. Because I wasn't paying attention. Let's... Okay, this is a little bit messy. There is a way to do this, because we only have one animated bone, but it's going to suck. And I'm not sure I can export this animation. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? So the thing is, in Mario 64 you can only translate the very first bone. But what if the first bone is not even an animatable bone? Then you can translate the second bone. But this is jank and might not be supported by Fast 64. What is F3? I honestly don't know. And there's so much shit I need to get done. This animation is going to be a single animation frame. Someone else hosted this year, it's not that simple. Just a kidding. I think Big Yellow. Wait, I think I know her. She makes like videos about Gen 1 OU and UU and NU, right? I think I've seen some of her videos. Or am I mixing that up with someone else? That's the one. Oh. You talked to her about F3 or something? Well, actually what I can do here is just change the animation frame via code. I should do that. It's fucked up, but it's what I should be doing. Oh, I see. It's like a nickname for an intimidating Homer Simpson. True. Have to ask. Well, it's not about hosting it. Someone has to also go through all the trailers and pick actually interesting games and all that. The hosting itself is maybe like an hour or two of work. Everything around it is a lot more. I don't know if my audience would be so accepting of someone who on the surface doesn't really have anything to do with it, just doing it, you know? Alright, now we need to make the cutscene. Definitely not cutscene, leaf boat warp. I don't like this part. How long did it take you to optimize it to the point that it is right now? Well, I'm still optimizing it every now and then, so technically I would have to say it the whole time. But obviously the bulk of that happened very fast. The bulk of that happened like within here a day, and then there a day, and then another day here. Gonna be a texture. I don't know what you mean by texture cutscene. That is not what intended to happen. What the hell? Why did that start already? Oh. That's why. Why does the camera go so goddamn low? Oh, I see. So we're not warping for some reason. This pad seems to work fine. It could be that my recent multiplayer changes broke the cutscene system a little bit, so that the request doesn't go through properly. Yeah, the cutscene starts, but Mario doesn't go to Action 1. Or Action 2. That is what's going on. Cool. Now why? Oh. Okay, that's not actually something breaking in the cutscene system. That's because I'm overwriting the focus actor, and that doesn't work with object cutscenes. No, Stefan. Okay. We warp to the level. Hello, Archmet. It's going well. So how does German sound without that R sound? The R sound? Okay. That thing went fucking crazy. The cutscene probably also needs to be way longer. Like R or how it is. I have no idea what you're talking about. Completely nonsensical to me. Okay, we can for sure improve this. I need to program this. Why do I need to program this, man? This shit's obvious. And I need to program this, man? No, I don't want to type that out. Oh my god. Okay, fine. What are the arguments for this again? Is it x, y, z, or is it z, y, x? Y, z, x. 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 It's called a sharp R. There's no sharp R. You mean the air? B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. It's the R. Okay, that didn't work at all. Why not? Just copied the actress positions. Hmm. Oh. That would do it. He didn't disappear, he walked to the crane. Yeah, that's still not good. I guess because we don't change the move angle. I'm guessing that function works off the move angle. What am I talking about? Me? Or White Dog has boots? He's a bit of a yapper. Why is it over here? Okay, that worked. It's kinda annoying, man. My math was perfect right away. Why did... Oh, because I'm changing the face angle. We're going down too fast. Yeah, that guy, fair. It still feels super fast for some reason. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of how fast it feels. It's definitely not high enough. Distance is too high from the start. I think this will go a little bit better. Ugh. Still way too fast. What? Oh. Yeah. Hmm. Not high enough either. A full 7-second cutscene is kinda rough, man. 6 seconds is like the most I'm willing to do. Meow 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 meow. What the fuck? Why did it jump the camera like that? Let's try a few different camera settings when we enter here. What the fuck? I must have completely broken the cutscene somehow. It's this for sure. But how? Maybe I can just... I mean, I literally have a speed variable there. Why don't I just use it? Instead of trying to work around this somehow. Okay, the angle is not quite what I desire. Slow this whole thing down a little bit. I really should have just made a warp into the cutscene. Okay, distance too high, pitch too low. Wait, I just realized that another stupid issue I made. Obviously. Oh my god, I was thinking in angles. I was like, oh yeah, hex E400, it shouldn't go lower than that. But like, that's actually a gigantic number. Because we're not actually living in the world of angles, we're living in the world of numbers. Here, right here, in this function. Okay, that is so much better. Not quite what I wanted though. Or is it not going down at all? What if I just let this handle it? Wait, no. I don't let this handle it. Of course not. That'd be insane. Hello, Marty. Dang, YouTube's got a crazy mix on for us today. Oh, that's basically perfect, no? It's a movie. It's a movie. Let's slow down the crane just a little bit toward the ending. Meow 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 meow. Nice. Just saw a bug in the day-night control code. Shouldn't have done this. Alright, I think that will be all today. I have somewhere I need to go, unfortunately. Great progress though. We basically got the level entrance warp working. I will see you guys in the next stream. I might stream more next week because I'm off work for 2 weeks. So look forward to that. Until then.